Hi everyone, this is Nora. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you're all doing well. Today I'm going to share with you my November planner wins. I also have a little unboxing here from LV. Very excited to share that with you towards the end of the video. To my right, I have the candle I'm going to use for the month of November. I do have a December candle that I'll share with you later in an upcoming video, but for the remainder of November, I'm going to go with the Rosie Papeterie candle. I think this is going to fit the vibe that I'm going for this month. I am no longer using my little index clips here because they are in gold, and I'm switching over to some silver ones. I'm not sure if I'm going to purchase them or maybe just leave these out. I will keep thinking about that. Maybe in the next video I can give you an update. I did decide to go with this correction tape from Tombow, even though it's a little bit inconvenient because I have to flip this down to use it. I think this is going to go with the vibe that I'm going for in the November much better. I'm still using this little highlighter here. I have my Hobonichi sticker book with all my Paperie planning stickers. Those are all here. I also switched over my Kindle cover. This cover was influenced very much so by Shannon Reynolds. She shared this cover over in her channel and I loved it immediately as soon as I saw it. And now I have it for the month of November. Previously, I was using a more like a dainty neutral floral that I think went really well with what I had going on for October. Right here, I'm showing you this cover, or I should say this planner, although I'm not going to do a flip, just to let you know that I'm still using it for the way I intended to use it, for lists and on the go. Very excited, very happy with this agenda still. And finally, after many of you suggested that I move in immediately, I did decide to move into this Epi leather agenda. This is the GM and the A5 ring agenda. I am very much loving it, and I'm going to just do a flip of pretty much what I changed for the deco. All my inserts are exactly the same. All right, so I'm happy, first of all, that I can now go into silver rings. Let me just kind of cover this up. I think overall my deco is very, very simple. I don't have a lot going on here because I want this to be very simple. I did say that I would love to take this to work now because it's much more discreet than the monogram. However, I do love the monogram. But I think it changes good, and we'll see how things go. I have this from Kubo and Lucy, this little flower. I felt that it would go really well with the deco. Again, very simple, very dainty. I also have this planner card from Paperie Planning. I'm sure I should say this is no longer available. I've had this for a couple years, waiting for the right moment to use it, and this is it. So very excited about that. Everything else is super simple. That's the way I like it, nice and clean. Over towards the back, I have now my November planner card here, and with a little paper clip, very dainty. I just think this is so minimal. This is so cute. I did decide to go back to my Uniball Signo pen, the 0.38. I really feel that I'm just more of a fine nib type of girl, and so I'm just going to stick with that. I was using the Cozy pen, but I love the Cozy pen for like my notepad and other documents, but for my planner inserts, I prefer something fine like this. Over here, I have something for layering. This is just a little bow that I purchased from Sequins and Paper. And this is a planner card from Orderly, which is Shannon Reynolds' shop. Now, I'm just going to briefly go through some of the changes that I did make in the agenda. Of course, I switched out into the correct cards here. But I also took out my other dashboard. I had some dashboards that were monthly covers, and I took those out. And I also took out my side tabs because there were monthly side tabs. I felt there was just a little bit too much. I only have these normal, very, I think, on point with the vibe that I have going on. I only have these side tabs here, and I still am using my top ones. And actually, this is where I would have all of my index clips right over here. I would put one here in the 3 spots, like this month one, the this week one, and the today one. So I figured, let me just remove those guys anyways, and maybe I might just stick with this and not have to worry about things falling out of my planner, because that is something that concerns me as I take this planner on the go. So I may just not purchase, like I said, these silver ones. I'm really not sure. I have to think about that a little bit more. Even this guy right here, I'm a little bit unsure about it. I do have this bigger one here, but I'm not sure if I'm liking this because it's much bigger. And I don't know. I mean, this is a very sturdy magnet. This is also from Kubo and Lucy, but I'm just not sure if I'm liking this. I kind of prefer this dainty type of look. So I don't know. I'll continue to kind of think about that. I will definitely give you some updates as to what direction I go in with these minor details. But Overall, though, the inserts are still working for me. I'm still on this Infinite Lotus month on one page that I shared with you last week, as well as these inserts. These are the half-hour inserts from Infinite Lotus. These are undated. Loving this. Absolutely in love with it. Everything else is exactly the same as far as, you know, my trackers that I have going on in here. What I'm using here to track my YouTube content. Everything else here. I will definitely share a video of this setup here because I'm just kind of flipping very quickly through here and I'm not going into detail. But overall, everything is exactly the same. Again, I'm very happy that I have that continuity though, and that everything has been working for me very, very well. Okay, so now let's get into this unboxing. When I got this, I did receive a card that you normally would get, a shopping bag, the ribbon, everything. But I want to go straight into this unboxing. Now, if you know me at all, you might already know what I purchased. But let me go right into this unveiling. And here she is. So I did go ahead and order the MM and the Epi Leather. And that's typically what I do. I order one design first to kind of see if I like it. And if it's a go, if it's a win for me, then I'll move forward and order the smaller size because I do love having matching pairs. And of course, because I'm using both of them, this made total sense to me. Here it is next to the MM. Now, of course, combining would be wonderful, but I do have this thing where I prefer to have everything either silver hardware or gold hardware. I'm not saying I'm opposed to combining them, but it might bug me. So I definitely wanted to get this other one so that they would be exact matches and have all the silver hardware because I'm really gravitating towards that. And I think it's great to kind of switch things up. Okay. So I did check the rings already and they are nice and tight. The same you know, design you get in the inside of the MM monogram, you get it here as well. This is currently how I have mine. And I have to make some decisions of how I want to add the deco here. I went in a very simple route right here. And so I'm thinking about kind of using this as an inspiration to use to decide what to put here. So I haven't not thought about that. I am thinking about taking this whole thing with me, including the pen, and moving that over here. I think it's the planner card that I'm really thinking about because I'm also probably going to take this with me. I'm not going to take this pin. I know I shared this one already that I could use there, or I could go and use this smaller one over here and use this bigger one here so that I know this is a really secure magnet. Like this is really sturdy. So even though it's bigger and I take this one out to work, I think I should be okay. And then this more dainty one, because I know I will go also out and about, but perhaps this would look better here, the smaller one. So the decisions I have to make. By the way, I know this is not laying flat at all whatsoever, but if it's anything similar to the GM, as you can see, when I put my inserts towards this way, it stays totally flat. So I don't foresee a problem, but I will definitely keep you posted. Even this one, I remember when I first purchased it, it was not laying flat. And even right now, if you don't put anything on this side, it may be raised just a little bit. But then I always bend my things back, honestly, and there it is. It's totally flat, especially when you put your inserts towards the left side, then you're good to go. I'm hoping that that will be the same for this EPMM. I know some of you are like, what are you doing? But this is honestly what I do. I've done this to every single agenda I own, and I've never had a single problem. Okay, well, this part is already looking pretty good. Now it's only this one. So you can see it didn't take long. I do feel like you can get them to lay a little flatter. And once, like I said, I put the inserts in there, it should be just fine. All right, so there you have it. I think for November, I'm very much inspired by all the blacks and just a very minimal feel with the silver rings. I hope that you found this video inspiring. I would love to know your opinion. Of course, I'm going to move into this immediately. I think once I finish this video, I'm going to set her up and I will share my setup next week. Also, I am getting some inserts in the personal size that may also affect the way that I have my, meaning the way this is, the way I'm using this and how I'm using this. I have to test out those inserts when they come though. But if it's going in the direction I'm thinking it's going to go in, then I will I will finally switch out some things in here. So very excited for that. I also have some new ideas now that I have this more discreet planner, that I can take this more out and about, specifically to church. And instead of using this notebook that I've been using to church, I'm thinking about taking my sermon notes in here, okay? And that would give an additional use for this agenda. All right, so that's kind of to be continued. I'm hoping to maybe test run some of those ideas and receive the inserts that I just shared, that I just told you about. So then I can maybe have some different updates, because I think for the last 2 or 3 months, it's been the same setup in the MM. And I think I'm ready to switch things up just a little bit. Anyway, thank you so much. And I am so grateful that you're here. I look forward to your comments below and engaging with you, whether here on YouTube or over on Instagram. I'm Dr. _Ava Plans. Thank you so much. Have a great day or evening.